sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. Today, it's a preseason matchup, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Cleveland Browns. Here's the veteran Dustin Hopkins ready for the start, and we are underway now from Huntington Bank Field. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
Truly one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league, is willing to do whatever it takes to win and plays through a lot of adversity and continues to do it at a high level in his high 30s, trying to make another run to the Super Bowl here in his 17th season.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Dancing to his left. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Here's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
First down, Rams.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a back. Oh, he just snuck out there, and he's got a nice first down.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Back-to-back running plays, putting him in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Stafford. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So opening drive, 3rd down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Stafford now to throw.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. To throw is Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So they'll likely get a few more drives before we see the second team, but a good start for the first unit with 3 points.
Yeah, good start, and now they want to see them build on it because you're exactly right. They'll get a few more drives at this stage of the preseason. Can they continue to evolve and add to what we just saw in the first drive?
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. And at quarterback, a longtime signal caller in the National Football League, former Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco.
And what a marvel Joe Flacco is. Continues to be a reliable quarterback into his 40s. And we say it all the time. He came off of his couch and made a team better. Guess what? He's doing it again. And now has a chance to not only be good on the field, but also be one of the great mentors in a quarterback room.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And the Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. An inside run with Jenkins, and he stopped immediately there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And Flacco keeps it himself. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
And they'll send Judy in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep. And they'll instead run up the middle. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Now Flacco. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Now third down and
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Flacco from the gun. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
that's good for another Cleveland Browns. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Excellent job defensively there from Kobe Turner.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Passing play, Flacco. He finds his man, complete. That's full. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Here's Flacco. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Gets past 1 man. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead of give up the middle to Williams. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Stafford to Higbee there. Rams first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
It's caught here by Adams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
From the 50, Stafford. So the completion good for just 3. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. DeAndre Carter back deep. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
Backing into the end zone, Flacco. That's going to be caught by Judy. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Give up the middle, Judkins. Ooh, the juke. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down.
4A. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Play action. Flacco. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Flacco off play action. Into the hands of Sidney Tillman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Flacco. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 3rd down. Flacco from the gun. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jerry Judy, 52 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. And that time he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now it's Stafford. And he checks this one down to Williams. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Full right side going to be caught by Higbee. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action, Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Stafford. Screenplay set up for Williams. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Throwing is Stafford. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Carson Schlesinger came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Joshua Carney on for the Rams field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Flacco. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's good play. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
3rd and 12. Setting up to throw, Flacco. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Flacco looks to throw. Open man, he completes it to Jeudy. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, here's Jenkins. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Now Flacco. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 33.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now Flacco.
Gets this over the middle to Tillman. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
A gain of a yard.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's Flacco. He finds his man complete. That's 4. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 14. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
On the ground, it's Ford. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 or about the 4. Officially, they'll call that a 9-yard pickup there. It leaves him in a good spot here. 2nd down and inches upcoming.
Jenkins.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
During that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. On the sneak, here's Flacco. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
That's good for the Browns. First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, the quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up. Get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd.
Jenkins going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
3rd and goal. Flacco
setting up a screen for Jenkins.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Browns take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point.
It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
Makes the score Browns 17.
And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
They begin the drive with Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 13 yards. First down, Rams.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 2. To the air again, Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Caught on the right side by Adams. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Now a play faking at Stanford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mason Graham, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So on fourth down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Nice little juke. And he's up past the 20 of the 22-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Byron Young. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, Flacco. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down.
A 6-yard loss.
It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative. alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Stafford. Going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Stafford looks to throw again. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he's going to have a Rams first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Throwing again is Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this second half. They juked him. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll run from the gun. It's Judkins. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's Byron Young, who ranged in that time and stopped him for a loss.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Passing play, Flacco. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Byron Young getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Now it's Flacco. Able to find the open man. That's complete. This is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8. They run with Ford. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Flacco looks to throw. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Judkins going to run it out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Flacco. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
25 yards that time.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
A run, it's Judkins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quinshawn Judkins, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is up to 15 now. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Rams offense and Devontae Adams set to take over once more. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Stafford. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return, Carter. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter. The Browns drive about to get started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And that's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To pass, Flacco. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll run it with Judkins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Flacco from the gun. That's going to be caught by Judy. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Now Flacco. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. He's got him in wide open, complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And good work there in open space. So he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll get this one complete to Atwell.
They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it's 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. Touchdown, Rams. Davante Adams from 3 yards out.
And the Rams go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Going to look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And decision as he stopped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Flacco. Will try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. And he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To throw is Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will. They'll send Adams in motion left. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Williams. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's just so unusual to see a loss of yardage on a quarterback sneak play. Give a lot of credit to the defensive front. They weren't permitting anything.
Yeah, from the naked eye, they only needed 2 or 3 inches there.
Yeah, and how do you go from needing 2 or 3 inches to losing yardage?
That will take it in by Adams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And it's caught. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Williams is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. They had a little setback there on 1st down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
Throwing is Stafford. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyler Higbee from 3 yards out. And the Rams are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
The Stafford and that Rams offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to run for it with Williams.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the 2nd half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Brings up 2nd down.
as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Here's Flacco. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to find Atwell open downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9.
Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now it's Stafford.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
8-yard pickup. 1st down, Rams.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So they'll get nothing out of that play.
And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. What a huge play. We could have been watching the go-ahead point sail through the uprights. Instead, special teams coming through with a huge block.
And I think we just throw strategy out the window here. Forget all that. We just saw the biggest moment of the game, and that could have been the most decisive play at that moment.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start on the ground with Jenkins. And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Play action. Flacco. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The handoff to Ford up the middle. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Cameron Curl with the tackle that time. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On the ground, it's Ford. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
An inside run with Judkins. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Browns first down.
Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That's to the right side and complete to the Joker. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco. And the Browns take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Powering his way forward. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Rams offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And going to blitz is a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 3. Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Back to throw, Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Stafford. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for the first with Corum. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
1st down, Rams.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Here's Stafford. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock for that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Stafford now to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll move him back within 6 now.
So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Cleveland offense making their way out. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the...
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Flacco. This one downfield for Tillman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Short throw, it's Higbee. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, Stafford. They'll find a man over the middle, 2-2 Atwell.
Stafford's pass. Complete to 2-2 Atwell. A gain of 7. First down, Rams.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Running left, Corum. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Miles Garrett. Brought down back at the 36-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. To throw is Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now it's Stafford. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as the understanding where they are in the field?
Now Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock.
Tyler Higbee. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down at the 22-yard line.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Stafford. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down. Stafford now to throw. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. The Rams going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here we go, 1st and goal. They'll run here with Corum. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. The dramatic score to tie it, and now they just need the PAT to get the lead late 4th quarter.
So much for the touchdown maker. It's all about the extra point attempter. And I can't wait to see how this one turns out.
So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Flacco. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's 1st down. Flacco. He finds his man, complete. It's 4. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
One last gasp for Flacco. This will be caught. Judy. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.